Hey guys, HDvee here, and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got some pretty good stuff to go over for Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. We have new DLC theories, rumors, updates. There's a lot of stuff to take a look at today for the Generation 9 games. So if you're excited for the video, as always, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes. It really helps out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we cover in today's video. Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way though, let's get into the video, and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, we have this really good DLC theory tweeted out by Light a couple of days ago, and they start it off by saying, theory time. First of all, I'm sorry for not making a theory for a long time. Since the launch of the games, nothing else could really be theorized, but after some research, we are going to talk a bit about a hypothetical, unmentioned third academy, the Apple Academy. So this is a third academy which could potentially be in the DLC for Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. So Light starts off by saying, right in the game there are several visual clues that indicate that there could be a third academy in the game not mentioned. In Clevel's office there is a plant hanging an apple on the table. On Saguaro's apron, there is another apple, and then Hassel has apples on his art table. So as you can see from these images here, Clavel's office, on his desk, he does have a small little plant with an apple hanging off it. And then on the art kind of room, there is also apples there. And then also on the apron, there is clearly apples as well with this Jigglypuff. So it's clear to see that apples do pop up quite a bit throughout the Generation 9 games. We then go on to see that one of Rika's questions in the Pokemon League is, what is the name of your academy? Which is the answer to the Apple Academy. When you challenge Hassel, he has a Flapple as a Pokemon. Also, he draws Applin, all hints that the Pokemon Company love to do. So yeah, when you go to Rika, it does say, you know, please tell me the name of the school you are enrolled in. So you got the Manzana Academy, the Naranja Academy, and the Uva Academy. So yeah, one of those is apples. And then, yeah, when you do take on Hassel, he does have a Flapple on his team. I mean, I think it would have been better if he had a Flapple and an Applin, because that would kind of help the theory. But at the same time, does still have a Flapple on his team. And then, yeah, finishing things off, he does draw Applin in, like, the kind of, what is it, like the I can't remember what it's called, the art, what is it, like the, I can't remember what it's called, you know what I mean, though, like the pre-design kind of thing. But yeah, either way, we're going on to probably the oldest teachers have been students of the Manzana school. So here are two hypotheses that could be given. The Apple Academy was established before the Uva and the Naranja, or that is another school completely. So maybe like the top right location of the Paldea map could be where the Apple Academy is, and maybe instead of Kalos we actually have this like third academy, and maybe they're like evil or something like that. There is a book to be revealed, and probably if it is related to the apple, this book probably refers to the Golden Book related to the Golden Apple. So yeah, if you didn't know, there was actually 3 books in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. You got your Violet book, you got Scarlet book, and then there's a third book that we don't know much about. Riddler-Q basically said there is a third book, so it's leaked information that there is some sort of other book, which is, again, is probably going to be linked to the DLC. And this is the book that Light is talking about here. This book is probably the third one that Heath wrote, the one who talks in depth of new Paradox/Legendary Pokemon. Of course, Heath is the author of the Scarlet and the Violet book, and again, probably wrote this other third book as well. Remember what Sada and Turo wanted. Future/past Pokemon live alongside in the present. This can be related to the Golden Age from Greek mythology. It refers to the myth regarding an initial stage of the ages of man in which he would have lived in an ideal state of utopia. And then in literacy works, the Golden Age usually ends with a devastating event. The same happened with Adam and Eve. They ate the forbidden fruit, which again was the apple, and were expelled from Eden, but the era of humans started. And there are 2 characters related to money equals power that we know are going to be in the DLC. We've got Billy and Onir, which are again most likely going to be linked to Nimona being her parents or whatever. So probably our DLC will talk about this third academy/book, characters we are missing, new Pokemon. Want to know the relation about third legendary in Paldea with Spain lore? This is the shield of, I'm not going to try and pronounce that because I'm going to butcher it, but either way, it's located in the center of Spain. Curious, like Zone Area 0 in Paldea, its symbol is 2 turtles and a cane. The guardian of these Area 0 is this disc Pokemon, will be revealed in the DLC. So yeah, this is the kind of shield in Spain, and then lo and behold, this is what the third legendary is going to look like. So again, a lot of people think it is some sort of like turtle thing. And again, there is a massive link between that and this kind of shield thing in the center of Spain. So this is a really good theory. And again, I could definitely see this DLC having this Apple Academy, which again, Pokemon do like to hint at future things in the game. I mean, we've already got a ton of hints towards the DLC anyway, with like Paradox Virizion, Paradox Suicune, Heath, obviously the Area Zero stuff. So it wouldn't surprise me if this Apple kind of situation was hinting at a third Academy. We've also got Soul Silver Art talking about this as well. This is a fantastic theory. Definitely give it a read. A third book for the DLC makes sense, and so does a Golden Apple. But you know what else is kind of a Golden Apple, and it looks strikingly similar to the third Legendary, which is obviously a pineapple. This fits the red, blue, yellow trope too, which again, I kind of see the resemblance for like a pineapple in this, but I think I'm more inclined to believe about the whole Apple situation. Anyway, moving on, we also have this rumor here as well. So we originally had Toby saying, you know, so I got to ask, I keep seeing comments saying that the Paradox Pokemon are from the imagination and not from the past and the future. As far as I can tell, this is mostly based on rumors and not what I'm basing my theories off of. The game lore seems pretty explicit to me. So basically, yeah, there's been a bit of a rumor going around that these Paradox Pokemon are actually imagined by someone. And again, that person could be Heath, because Riddler-Ku, when he put a poll up a while ago, he did say how were paradoxes created, and one of the answers was actually imagination, and that is the rumor for it. And we've got Pearl Enthusiast here saying, you know, it's based on a rumor claim that the third Legendary has some sort of power to bring the imaginations to life, since it altered memories of explorers who went further down into Area Zero, along with the Terra mechanic imagining a hat to change type. So yeah, we already know that from one of Heath's passages in the book, like one of his kind of notes, saying that in one of the situations, you know, he kind of he was drawing something or writing something, but it wasn't actually him doing, like it was something controlling him, and then he didn't even remember that he did it, and then when he woke up he saw that he'd wrote it and stuff. So there is some sort of entity or some sort of force in Area Zero that kind of like takes over you, a little bit like Calyrex and Peony in the Crown Tundra. So something like that could be happening with the third Legendary. And again, maybe because again, Cyclizar is the kind of, it's kind of like our form of Koraidon and Miraidon. Like Koraidon and Miraidon are paradox forms of Cyclizar. Cyclizar is Heath's Pokemon, as we all know from like the author book. You can see it in this image here. Heath's like partner Pokemon is Cyclizar, so maybe Cyclizar was with Heath when this happened, and he saw paradox forms of Pokemon, and so he imagined like a paradox version of Cyclizar for Koraidon and Miraidon. And then obviously the third Legendary created it. I think that's a decent theory, and it definitely could hold up 1000%. Moving on though, we also have this from Pokemon Center, you know, just a little bit more information about the Legendary, the third one. Paldea's third Legendary, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, the first Pokemon game since the second generation to not include a third Legendary. However, this is because it's most likely being saved for a DLC/expansion to be released next year. And again, this kind of, the whole Terra hat thing, the face is the third Legendary basically popping up on all the hats and stuff. The third Legendary is not mentioned in the story at all, but if you explore a bit in the Scarlet and Violet book, you realize that actually the third Legendary is the cause of the terrestrialization phenomena. The book describes it as the Disco Pokemon. It's been more than a month since the release of Scarlet and Violet, so we'll start talking about details like this more frequently, yada yada yada. So yeah, that's just a little bit more information about the third Legendary there. We also have this drawing as well by Joguito. I hope I pronounced that right. This is the way I see it, but who knows, it will look like in the 3D model. So you kind of got like the head here. This is kind of the turtle's back. This is a crown or something. This is the tail. And then yeah, this I think could literally be Area Zero. Like we've already seen images of Area Zero with like it being all a crystallized room where you battle the professor. And that could be literally where the third this could be that room. Like the third Legendary could literally be on top of it or something. Who knows? But either way, it's a pretty cool idea. And then finishing things off, we also have this to go over as well. A lot of people have been asking why Ash Greninja has been scrapped and stuff. Like obviously Greninja's in the game, Ash Greninja isn't in the game when Pokemon Home drops, and this is most likely the reason. I've got Pearl Enthusiast here tweeting out saying, if you're all wondering why Ash Greninja got removed from Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet, it's because it's basically a mega evolution, so it's unfair for only one Pokemon to have access to it. I doubt Megas are coming back in the DLC knowing this. So even if we do go back to Kalos, whether Mega Evolutions come back or not, I highly doubt it, because even though they obviously originate in Kalos and stuff, at the same time, if you have like a Mega Charizard Y that's gonna get the sun up with its drought ability, and then you terrestrialize it into a fire type, that's a stab boosted flamethrower, terrestrialize boosted in the sun, and it's a Mega Charizard. Why? That's going to be absolutely ridiculous damage. I don't even know how much like multiplied that's going to be, but that's ridiculous. You also have Rayquaza as well, who is also coming back into the game through Pokemon Home. So if you have a Mega Rayquaza, terrestrialize it into a Dragon type to get even more power, and it can hold an item as well. Ridiculous. So yeah, I don't know how they would do it. Maybe a Mega Pokemon can't terrestrialize, that's how they would do it, but it's unlikely the Megas come back, because I think it would just kind of throw competitive into like anarchy, but at the same time, you never know. Either way though, that's going to be everything for today's video. A little bit more information about DLC theories, rumors, updates, all that stuff. If you guys enjoyed the video, please do drop a like down below. Let's try to hit 500 likes, it really helps out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we covered in today's video. Do you think this Apple theory could be onto something? And also third legendary stuff, like, do you think it helps imagine the paradoxes? Like, how do you think they were created? Let me know your thoughts on it all. Subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell. It's everything from me though. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and until next time, peace.